Brian Powell of I Run Far here, kicking off the 2013 season with Rickey Gates. We're in Ben Lomond Station, Queenstown, New Zealand, and want to talk to you a little bit about Tarawera this weekend. There's 3 races. Which one are you running?
I'm signed up for the 85K.
Yeah.
Yep.
And is that still your plan?
We'll see. Yeah. It's very early in the season. For the Kiwis down here. Obviously, it's right at the end of their season, and there's a lot of fast people here that are going to be focusing on it. I haven't run much over 3 hours in 4 or 5 months, so how far along I get in the 85K is I'm not quite sure, but we'll see.
You'll give it a go.
I'll give it a go. Yeah.
Yeah, it is very early in your season. You did run at least one race so far this year. A stair race in was it New York City?
New York City, up the Empire State Building. Yeah, 10-minute long race. Quite a big difference from 85K.
Quite a bit difference. Yeah. I think in talking to you about 2 years ago when you were sort of running your first ultras, you mentioned you really don't want to be categorized as an ultra runner or a mountain runner or anything. Do you 2 years into running the longer races, sort of where do you see yourself now and going forward?
Yeah, I still maintain that. I think that the more diverse that you can be in this sport, the better off you are. And so ultra runner, trail runner, road runner, stair runner, it's like, I don't know, it's just all running in the end. And so that's what I do.
That's where your passion is?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Well, your passion is also all over the place in terms of location. You are sort of a wanderer, a vagabond, if you will, at times. Yep. Do you have any advice for people in traveling to destinations who are going to be trying to run competitively as well?
Yeah. Well, for me, it's always been not worrying about money and not being afraid to camp out, or that's the main thing for me, is not intending to win the money and not being afraid to let the cards fall where they may. So.
How about in terms of dealing with jet lag and the time you spend on planes and what have you? Any advice there?
That one, I don't have any advice there. I still struggle every time I get off a 12-hour flight.
We're going to take a brief helicopter pause here. Pardon the helicopter interruption. That's what happens on location here. Well, Rickey, I know this is your first race this season. It's, I'm sure you're excited about it, but it's not a focus.
Right.
Do you have any foci for this year?
Yeah, I do. Well, most of the Solomon team's going to be going to Lake Sonoma. I'll be going there as well, and it seems to be the focus of a lot of people's kind of early season. So, I don't know. I'm with a lot of people that I like racing the best people in the sport, even if I'm in over my head. And so I think Lake Sonoma is going to be kind of one of those races. It's going to be another kind of San Francisco 50.
At least, yeah.
And it'll be a little bit more interesting because it's at a much better time in the year, I think. So after that, still looking at some plans for early July, mid-July ice trail in Chamonix. I think 80K and a crazy amount of vert. Maybe Sierra Zinal, maybe Speed Goat, and then U-Rock is for sure in late September. And I feel like I'm missing some races. I'd really love to do the Dipsy.
The traditional Dipsy.
The traditional Dipsy, the one-way, 7 miles. It's been going. This is 102 or 103 years this year, and it's been on my list for a really long time.
Want to race some 7-year-old girls and see if they can beat you.
Yeah.
Before your racing season really takes off, you go with Solomon to Advanced Week in Moab, Utah.
Yep.
Where you've spent a lot of time. What's your connection to Moab?
Well, I grew up in Colorado, and the people in Utah, specifically in Moab, they say that they know it's springtime when the license plates turn green, and it's all the Coloradans heading into Moab for the getting some warm weather, and so Since before I can remember, my mom would take me and my siblings into Moab, and we'd just go play in the dirt and run around arches. And so yeah, I've been going there off and on for 30 years now.
Is there one particular trail or run you're really excited to show your Solomon friends?
Oh man,
I know that's a hard question.
that is a hard question. There's one that I haven't done entirely, and it's called the Heavenly Staircase, and it starts at the Red Cliffs Lodge, and then connects up to the Porcupine Rim.
So you'll see Castle Valley from there?
Exactly. You get a great view of Castle Valley, and you get to do that cool single track going back down into the Colorado River. I've done more mountain biking in Moab than I've done running, so I'm excited to check out a lot of the running there myself.
Yeah.
So,
well, great chatting with you, Ricky, and I'll
Likewise.
see you back in the States.
Yep. Cheers.
Cheers. Thank you. Back in the shot, let's check real quick.
Okay.